guys could go off for 30 points and carry their team. And so they have more than just those two guys. They have a good team. He's done a very good job in a short time of piecing a team together and being really good in a great league. So we have to be prepared for Malik Renew. We have to be prepared for Trey Donaldson. But more than anything, we have to be prepared for Miami.
In closing here, Coach Painter, we talk about those two guys that are former Big Ten players. For the fans that'll be paying attention today, does this Miami team resemble anyone in our league that maybe we've seen this year?
Not really. Right away what you want to go to is a team that has two bigs. And we just played Michigan, right? And so like that's the ultimate team in college basketball right now with two bigs, really three bigs, right? With Yaxel's ability to play the small forward and the power forward and the small ball five. So, that is the closest thing that we've had in terms of in the last month probably, when you look at the two bigs right there and keeping them off the glass. And you got to be able to expose them in a certain way. Michigan had the #1 defense. We liked our matchup. That's a hell of a statement. That is a hell of a statement. We scored 47 points against Michigan at home. We felt like a lot of our turnovers, it's obviously just my perspective, in that first loss against Michigan, we thought we did ourselves in that first half. It was us doing it, not as much as us. But then we made a couple minor adjustments, not anything major. And, you got to attack that. You got to be able to attack that. We can't just go head up against Michigan like that. We got to get angles. We got to get advantages, then be aggressive. No different here tonight. You're not going to go head up on Udo. He's an unbelievable defensive player, great ball screen defender. You got to be able to manipulate the situation, run your stuff, get him in tough spots, then attack.
Coach Painter, thank you. Good luck here today.
Thank you.
Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union for Purdue fans. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. It's Purdue, it's Miami, it's an NCAA tournament second-round game. And when we come back, Bobby Riddell has the keys to the game. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're cheering for the Boilermakers or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling. Our equipment, designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields, makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
At Indiana Packers, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good Indiana kitchen bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents. We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members. We're Boilermakers.
Our Indiana Packers products like Indiana Kitchen Bacon, Kentucky Legend Ham, and other premium pork products are more than just locally made. They are boiler made.
Indiana Packers is a proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. The tip is moments away. This is Boilermaker Basketball.
Purdue the 2 seed, Miami the 7. And now the right to head to the Sweet 16 and play the 11th seeded Texas Longhorns. Keys to the game for the Purdue Boilermakers. Bobby Riddell, what do you got?
All right, Rob. Key number 1, can Purdue control the defensive glass?
just think this is going to be really important to not allow Miami to get second and third cracks on the offensive end. They're a team that is not an elite shooting team, but if they're able to continue to get second and third opportunities, they're going to pay those off more often than not. So got to try to limit them to one shot. Purdue, for the most part, done a really nice job on the defensive glass this year. Of course, guys like Oscar Clough and Trey Kaufman-Renn do such a good job from a rebounding standpoint, but this is a Miami front court that is very physical. They go 6'11", 265 with Uday, 6'9", 240 with Malik Renew, and then at the small forward position, 6'6", 240 with Shelton Henderson. Very reminiscent of that Michigan State front court. A guy like Cohen Carr playing the small forward position. Him and Shelton Henderson, who plays small forward for Miami, have a lot of similar characteristics. As a team, they possess a plus 7.5 rebound margin overall on the season and during ACC conference play. Uday in particular is a great rebounder, averaging 9.3 rebounds per game, which was third best in the ACC. This Miami team, 23-5 on the season when they out-rebound their opponents. Just 3-3, though, 500 team on the season when they get out-rebounded. If Purdue can out-rebound them, would go a long way in Purdue trying to win this basketball game. Second key, will Miami's role players come through with enough timely shots to make Purdue pay for all the attention Purdue is, most understandably so, going to throw towards the two best players and two leading scorers for Miami, Malik Renew at that power forward spot and Trey Donaldson, the point guard, running the show. Purdue's going to have a lot of eyes and attention on those guys, so I'm looking at Dante Allen, Shelton Henderson, True Washington, and Noam Dovrat. Those four guys are those role players for Miami that more often than not are going to have those perimeter shots that are going to be open if Purdue is doubling and providing that attention to those stars. Are those guys able to step up and knock down shots? This Miami team is 9-0 this season when they make more threes than their opponent. So they're a team that they don't make more threes than their opponent a ton, but when they do, they win the game. So it's going to be interesting. Can Purdue get that three ball going in their own way and make sure they make more threes than Miami? And can they limit those wide open shots, do a good job in rotations when they do have to double? Donaldson can be really streaky from the perimeter, made 5 of 7 threes. Last game against Missouri was a big part of that victory. He's just 34% from 3 on the year, though, so it's a decent number, but nothing spectacular. And then a guy like Malik Renew is showing his ability to shoot threes this year, but made 2 out of 4 last game against Missouri, which was huge. Third and final key, which team can avoid potential foul trouble? That's always a key when you get into a one-and-done scenario like the NCAA tournament. Foul situation on an important player can change a game. For either side, of course, you think about Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman-Renn, Oscar Clough, Fletcher Lawyer, those 4 key dudes for Purdue. Hope those guys stay out of foul trouble. And then this Miami team, they really only want to play 6 guys, so they're going to hope their key guys can stay out of foul trouble as well.
With that, we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. That's it for the pregame show. When we come back, today's starting lineups presented by Saab and the opening tip-off. It's Purdue and the U from St. Lou. NCAA tournament action. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Trey Kaufman-Renn, power forward for Purdue basketball. On the court, my job is to read the defense and make the right decisions to put our team in the best position to win. Off the court, landowners need the same kind of sharp vision and quick thinking to protect their farm and family's legacy. That's where the Halderman companies can help. They study the court, anticipate every move, and help you stay one step ahead when it comes to managing or selling your farm. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue athletics and home to the original Purdue Pete. Live from St. Louis, Missouri, the Boilermakers, the Hurricanes. This is the NCAA Tournament.
And with that, the starting lineups presented by Saab, keeping people and society safe. I'm Rob Blackman with broadcast partner Bobby Riddell, and here is how the 7-seeded Miami Hurricanes will line up. Their point guard, we're familiar with this guy, Trey Donaldson, 6'3 senior, originally from Tallahassee. Started his career at Auburn. Last year was playing at Michigan. He was All-AC second team this year. He averaged 16 points a game this year and 5.9 assists for the Canes. Joining him in the backcourt, Dante Allen, just a freshman from Miami, 6'4", averaging 6.4 points, 2.8 rebounds a game. The forwards are Shelton Henderson, a 6'6 freshman from Houston, Texas, averaging 13.7 points a game, a 5-star recruit, and Malik Renew, Miami kid, but played originally at Indiana. Purdue fans remember him suiting up for the IU Hoosiers. He was honorable mention All Big Ten at Indiana. He was All ACC first team, playing for the Miami Hurricanes this year. He averaged 19 points, 6.5 rebounds a game. And at center, Ernest Uday Jr., 6'11", 266, a senior from Orlando, Florida, named the All-ACC defensive team. Started his career at Texas, played at TCU, now finishing up his career as a Miami Hurricane. The head coach of the Canes is only 37 years old. He's an up-and-comer, Jay Lucas. First season ever as a head coach, son of NBA coaching legend John Lucas. Jay Lucas has been an assistant at Texas, Kentucky, and Duke, so he certainly knows his way around winning basketball. Canes 26-8 coming in. Purdue Boilermakers are the 2 seed. They're 28-8. Here's how they will go. Same starting lineup Purdue has used all season long. Braden Smith, the point guard, who is now the NCAA all-time leader in career assists, thanks to his game against Queens on Friday. Braden, the 6-foot senior from Westfield. He was earlier this week named a first-team All-American. Joined in the backcourt by Fletcher Lawyer, the 6'5 senior from Fort Wayne, who had 14 points against Queens on Friday night and is Purdue's all-time leader in made three-point buckets. Joining them in the backcourt, the sophomore C.J. Cox out of Lexington, Massachusetts. He had 11 points, 4 rebounds Friday night against Queens. At forward, Trey Kaufman-Wren, 6'9", 240-pound redshirt senior from Sellersburg, Indiana. He right now 14 points away from moving into 20th place all-time in the history of Purdue scoring. And the center is Oscar Clough, 6'11", 255-pounder, fifth-year player from Sunshine Coast, Australia. Transferred in from South Dakota State did Oscar Clough. The boss, not the voice, that would be me. The boss of Boilermaker basketball is Matt Painter in his 21st season. Coach Painter has 499 wins as the Purdue head coach. He needs one more to win 500 as the coach of the Boilermakers. Our 3-man officiating crew for this one today: Tony Padilla, Courtney Green, and Earl Walton. Earl we see a lot during the Big Ten season. Don't see Courtney very much anymore. He's more SEC-based these days. Hurricanes are the designated visiting team, so they wear the dark uniforms as they're the 7 seed, with Purdue being the 2. Hurricanes in a we'll call that black. I'd say dark green, really turns more towards black jersey and shorts. Orange numerals and lettering front and back with orange piping. Their school colors orange, green, and white. Although tonight, more black than anything. Purdue wearing whites, the script whites, the throwbacks, the Rick Mounts, call them what you want. White jersey, white shorts. It reads Purdue in cursive across the chest in black. Black numerals front and back with old gold trim. First game of the day on this Sunday in NCAA tournament action, so that means Purdue has the eyeballs of all of America following college hoops with the first standalone game of the day here against the Canes. And we're just about ready to roll. Matt Painter, 25-17 all time, coaching in NCAA tournament games. If he can move to 26-17, Purdue is headed to San Jose for the Sweet 16. Pretty nice crowd on hand. It'll fill in better as we get later in the day, because the Kentucky fans will come in here and start to dominate this building, with Kentucky playing in game 2. Oscar Clough jumps center against Uday. Clough at 6'11", Uday at 6'11". Two big guys going at it here. Padilla throws it high in the air, tipped to our left, handled by the Miami Hurricanes. They move left to right. They run an opening play for a dunk on the first play of the game to Uday on a lob. We are underway at the Enterprise Center, and the Canes are underway with a 2-0 lead. Just like that, 5 seconds into the game. And now Purdue turns it over on their first possession. A bad pass for Fletcher Lawyer. Oh, this is not a great start for Purdue. 30 seconds in, trailing 2-0, and already an early turnover against the Canes. Now Purdue settles into a half-court man-to-man defense. Top of the key, a catch for Renew, working off a screen to the left elbow. He's cut off there by Lawyer. Wants to drive Lawyer to the left block, stops, throws it to the right wing. Now to the top of the key, a 3 for Allen is good. A triple from Dante Allen before the Purdue fans can even get settled, and it's already 5-0 Miami. What a start for the Hurricanes.
Oh, what a shot there from Allen. Late clock. It was a line drive off the move, and he drilled it.
From the right wing, Allen, who's a 30% three-point shooter. 5-zip, Miami the lead. First time Purdue has trailed in the NCAA tournament. Fletcher Lawyer, right elbow, top of the key, Kaufman-Renn shoots a 15-foot floater. Good. Purdue's on the scoreboard thanks to the patented Trey Kaufman-Renn right-handed floater in front of the bucket.
Huge response there. You're down 5-0. Things aren't going your way. Nice to get a bucket. Take the lid off.
5-2, the lead for the Hurricanes. Donaldson dribbles free throw line. He shoots from 15, nearly an air ball, barely grazed the front of the rim. Purdue rebounds into the hands of Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue right to left here in the white uniforms. Kaufman-Renn, chest pass right wing, Braden Smith. He wants to drive on Allen. Brings him near the right elbow, stops, leans in, now pivots to feed the ball to Kaufman-Renn. Right block, Kaufman-Renn over Renew, scores from the right block over the extended arms of Renew. Quick 4 points for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue trails 5-4. 3 in the corner, right corner, Henderson, no good. Rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn. Trey already 4 points, 2 rebounds. Purdue on the run right to left. Here come the Boilermakers all the way to the rim. Falling away, 8-footer, Braden Smith in and out, no good from the left baseline. Rebounded Uday of Miami. Canes on the run. Here they come wearing that black uniform. Allen off a screen wearing pink sneakers to Donaldson. Deep 3, left arc, good. He was way out there, 28 feet away. Trey Donaldson, 34% three-point shooter. Miami leads 8-4.
He's a streaky shooter, and for him to see that first one go down from that distance, you don't love that from a Purdue perspective. Tough to blame Braden considering how far he pulled away.
He was way out in front of the Purdue bench. Kaufman-Renn, a floater. That one's good over Malik Renew, just outside of the right block. All the scoring for Purdue has come from Trey Kaufman-Renn, all 6 points. Purdue's trailing 8-6. Donaldson drives to the right block, cut off in a double team, spins and shoots a wild shot, misses the banker. It almost went in. He blindly threw it up toward the bucket and almost got it. But the key word is almost. Rebounded by Purdue's Braden Smith. Smith, Henderson guarding him. Right block, throw it into Clough. Spin, shoots, misses. From the right block, he overshot the bucket. Rebounded by Donaldson. Here comes Miami. The pace is quick at the 16:40 mark here. Henderson to the right block. Bullies his way to the rim. Pushes Trey Kaufman-Renn out of the way, which isn't easy to do. And then banks it into the basket. 10-6, Miami the lead. Purdue at the other end. Lawyer banks it in. Purdue was able to beat him in transition on the right side of the bucket. Fletcher Lawyer, his first scoring. Purdue trails 10-8.
Fletch trying to do his best Shelton Henderson impression. Henderson went right through the chest of Lawyer, or through the chest of Kaufman-Renn. Lawyer not quite doing the same to Renew, but still able to finish nonetheless.
Henderson looks like a football player, and he's only a freshman. Driving, missing a banker from the left wing. The drive from Renew, he went right at Kaufman-Renn. Kaufman-Renn held his position and then grabbed a defensive rebound. Purdue trailing 10-8. The Boilermakers the ball, and a near steal. It will be a turnover. Braden Smith tried a behind-the-back pass, and it ended up being knocked off of Braden Smith. It'll be Miami basketball 2. Early turnovers on the Boilermakers. Timeout on the floor. Miami 10, Purdue 8. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up the shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent is there to help guide you through each step of the insurance process.
Yeah, my agent's awesome. Jeff gives great advice, helps me figure things out. He's kind of like a dad to me.
Oh, that's great. Your agent
He's just got such a dad vibe, you know?
Sure. And your agent
I kind of want to get him a tie. I wish there was like an insurance agent's day or something, you know, because he's not really my dad.
Get to know an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and you'll never have to go it alone. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete. Announce the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
This is Liam Murphy, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell, courtside here in St. Louis. Miami leads Purdue early 10-8 at the 15:55 mark. Purdue already 2 turnovers. Remember last Sunday in Chicago, Purdue had 2 turnovers for the entire game against the Michigan Wolverines, who have a top 5 defense in the country. Miami the ball left to right as we resume action. Purdue in its man-to-man defense. Donaldson, the Michigan transfer, over the timeline. To Renew, gives to Washington, who subbed in. True Washington, a junior from Phoenix, transfer from New Mexico. He'll drive all the way to the bucket. Wild shot from the left block, no good. Rebounded Oscar Clough, and then he turned it over on the outlet pass. Well, that was really good D a moment ago. C.J. Cox walling up at the rim, forcing Washington into a tough shot, but Purdue gives it right back to the Canes. Turnover number 3.
You said it, Rob. Heck of a job by C.J. Cox at 6'3", coming over from the weak side to be vertical and take that away and make that finish difficult for Washington, but just unfortunate trying to rush and get that ball out of there. It bounces off Braden Smith's hands.
Renew diving in from the free throw line on a pocket pass. He missed a bunny. And a weak side rebound off the right side of the rim for Oscar Clough. 10-8, Miami the lead, Purdue the ball. Braden Smith, left elbow, falling away, missing it short, rebounded by Henderson in Miami. They want to push pace. Henderson to Washington. Washington dribbles out to the right arc with the right hand. Now gives to Renew, coming downhill on the left block, spinning, shooting, and missing with a right-handed layup. He is a left-handed player. Trey Kaufman-Wren a rebound. Trey already has 4 rebounds for Purdue to go with 6 points. And travel on Braden Smith. He tried to shot fake his way into a short jumper, but he pulled the pivot. Turnovers a major concern for Purdue. Already 4 turnovers at the 14:55 mark.
No doubt Purdue's so good offensively that you just want to give yourself a crack at the rim with a shot attempt. Thankfully, the last 2 turnovers at least have been the dead ball variety.
Here the Canes with a ball out of the ACC. They only won 7 games last year, so they made a coaching change, and man, has it made a difference. Henderson skip past Washington, right wing 3 for the lefties. Long rebounded Trey Kaufman-Wren. Kaufman is gobbling up rebounds, 5 of them already. We've only played 5.5 minutes. Purdue fans are on their feet saying, all right, guys, let's go here. Let's play like the #1 offense in the country. High elbow catch for Clough to Lawyer. 3 on the right wing. Good. A bullseye. Fletcher Lawyer. First triple of the game for the Boilers.
Fletch says I had enough of this nonsense here. When I get the rock, I'm letting it fly.
And here's Reneau coming in on the right block. Losing the ball for the moment. Loose on the floor. Stolen by Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue has a 3-on-2 coming the other way. Lawyer diving in from the right wing all the way to the bucket. Floater no good, but he was hammered. And Fletcher Lawyer providing the inspiration for the moment. He'll go to the foul line with 2 foul shots for the Boilermakers.
Fletch making things happen here. Sprints off the handoff right into a triple time last possession, then gets the steal, pushes in transition, and once he gets it back from C.J. Cox, he knows they're going to be rushing at him to take away his 3, so he got it and just sprinted immediately into the catch, into his dribble drive as he swishes the first free throw. And he is attacking the basket there. Gets some contact from Uday. That's always big to pick up some fouls on their big fella. He's all defensive team in the ACC. Uday, a terrific shot blocker. Fletch using that high floater to get it up over him and draw the contact.
Fletch, the 86% foul shooter, trying to make 2 of 2. Free throw, good. 7 early points for Fletcher against a 13-point average. Subbing in for Miami, Timo Melovitz, a 6'8 freshman from Slovakia. Subbing in for Purdue, Jakari Harris, the 6'3 sophomore from Atlanta, and Jack Benter, the 6'6 redshirt freshman from Brownstown, Indiana. Purdue leading 13-10, Miami the ball. Donaldson, left elbow jumper, good. Trey Donaldson off to a strong start for the Canes. 5 points for him. Purdue 13, Miami 12 at the 13:30 mark.
Nice job by Donaldson navigating the ball screen, and we saw he left the last pull-up well short. This time got enough umph on it to switch that one home off the back iron.
Lawyer fakes a pass to dribble to the right arc. Double teamed, gives to Benter, swings it left side, Braden Smith. And a foul, this time Melovitz, for whatever reason, just took Jack Benter and threw him out of the way. Jack was trying to set a screen, and the official, according to Green's, like, that's a foul, man. You leave me no choice there.
Well, our Purdue players, our staff calls it a steer, where when your guy's going to set a screen, you kind of guide him in that direction so you can make your switch easier. I think in that case, Melovitz trying to steer as well, but just overdoes it and shoves Jack pretty aggressively.
In IndyCar, we'd call that they had a little oversteer. A little oversteer. 13-12, Purdue the lead. Driving Braden Smith behind the back, pass to Clough, who makes a right-handed hook shot. Count the basket, and a foul. Oh, the magician, Braden Smith, behind the back, right-handed pass in traffic, and an and one coming for Clough. The Boilermakers at the line for an and one. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus. See if and one is right for you. Oscar Clough, a 69% foul shooter.
How about the creativity of Braden Smith? He liked the mismatch on Melovitz as Oscar Clough makes the free throw. And so Braden, he drives that right seam hard. The help side comes over because of the mismatch. And behind the back, eyes in the back of his head, Braden Smith finding Oscar.
16-12, Purdue the lead. Purdue fans on their feet. Miami the ball, attacking the basket to our right. Clough with a steal. Took the ball away from Henderson. Purdue's on the run right to left. Benter stops at the right arc on the dribble. Says, I better give this to Braden Smith and let him run the show from here. 12:40 to go first half. Purdue leads 16-12 after being down early. Braden Smith off a screen as Melovich guarding him. Will he try to take this freshman out of Slovakia to school? Between the rings, between the leg dribble, 7 on a shot clock. Here he goes. Left elbow, rising, firing, missing long. Clough with a rebound. Out to Loya for a triple. That's a triple. Timeout, Miami.
And this Purdue crowd is loving that moment. The second chance opportunity. Oscar Clough doing what he does best. Braden got a good look, didn't capitalize, but the Boilers sticking right with it. And when you can find your sharpshooter, the all-time leader in threes in Purdue history, Fletcher Loyer spotted up, good things are going to happen for the Boilers.
Timeout on the floor. Purdue 19, Miami 12. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis, the city is your classroom. Here, you'll study where innovation happens in the heart of Indiana's capital. Explore degrees in construction management, themed entertainment design, interior architecture, cybersecurity, and computer and information technology. Work alongside industry leaders, build your portfolio, and gain the real-world experience that sets you apart. This is where persistent pursuit meets opportunity, right in the center of it all. Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis. Industry ready, day one. The Tom Wood Auto Group has been family-owned and operated since 1967, proudly serving Indiana drivers for generations. With over a dozen brands and thousands of vehicles in stock, you'll find the right car, truck, or SUV for your next adventure, all backed by a name you can trust. Wherever you visit us, you'll find the same commitment to quality, integrity, and exceptional service. Visit TomWood.com for any of our convenient locations today. It's all good at Tom Wood. Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
It's designed to let you work more effectively and efficiently, and that's why more professionals go with compact equipment from Bobcat. This is Cole Stalder, your sales specialist for Bobcat of Lafayette. Look no further than Bobcat R-Series, the next revolution in loaders and excavators, engineered to raise the bar when productivity matters the most. So talk to me about product availability and some of our great financing offers. Call me at 765-474-4452 and let me show you the Bobcat advantage.
Purdue 19, Miami 12. Purdue men's basketball postseason sponsored by BW Fusion. They know the challenges farmers face. They're here to help you win. Their biological and crop nutrition products built on data and designed to drive maximum profitability from every acre. BW Fusion, less in, more out. This is how we farm now. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell. Purdue an early advantage on the glass, 9-3. That's the key. Matt Painter harped on it the last 2 days with his team. You have to find a way to out-rebound these guys.
Absolutely. Purdue doing some yeoman's work on the glass here, just creating that huge second chance opportunity. They've only had one offensive rebound, but that one was massive there by Oscar Clough, getting that Fletcher Loyer three, and you love keeping these Miami Hurricanes off the offensive glass.
By the way, that foul on Milovich was his second, so off the bench he picks up 2 quick fouls. Allen drives left baseline, is cut off there. He feeds it topside to the driving Donaldson. Kick it right wing, Renew. Shot clock at 10. Renew attacking Benter. Spins against Benter. Shoots a left-handed hook shot and was fouled by Jack Benter. 2 foul shots coming for the Indiana transfer, Malik Renew, who is a 78% foul shooter, and we have another timeout on the floor. All tournament long, Westwood One and the Varsity Network bring you the action to Indianapolis. For your team's call, stream it exclusively on the free Varsity Network app. Download today. Purdue leads 19-12 as we take a timeout at the 11:55 mark. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine. At Indiana Packers, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good Indiana kitchen bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents. We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're boilermakers.
Our Indiana Packers products like Indiana Kitchen Bacon, Kentucky Legend Ham, and other premium pork products are more than just locally made. They are boiler made.
Indiana Packers is a proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
This is TKR, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
TKR has 6 points, 5 rebounds. Purdue leads 19-12. Take your life and career to the next level with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university. Built for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Bobby Riddell, do you remember the last time Purdue played Miami? It was your first year on the broadcast team.
I do, because I was extremely nervous for a lot of those broadcasts. And
well, especially that one, because we were not in Coral Gables, even though the game was.
Yes, we were in Ross-Ade Stadium watching on a monitor as we unfortunately saw our Boilermakers implode in the second half and blow a 20-point second half lead.
Lost 58-54. That was November of 2020, COVID year, when the radio crew could not travel with a team for the road games. At the line, Malik Renew, his first scoring of the game, averaged 19 a game, does Renew, the 78% foul shooter who had 15 points against Purdue last year in Bloomington, playing for Indiana. Left-hander will dribble twice. He's a Miami native, and he made both foul shots. Purdue 19, Miami 14, 11:55 in this first half, and Miami's going to jump into some full court pressure here.
Interesting. Miami going to bring Uday out, Henderson in. They're going to go small to match Purdue's small ball lineup right now. Going to use Renew as their 5-man against Trey Kaufman-Renn, the 5 for Purdue.
And they make Jakari Harris bring the ball up the floor as they're face guarding Braden Smith. Now Braden finally gets it at the midcourt logo, guarded by Allen, working his way right arc, feeds Lawyer, top of the key, swing at left wing Jakari Harris. Harris dribbles once to chest pass to Kaufman-Renn, now to Braden Smith. Top of the key, Benter, he threw it inside to Kaufman-Renn, right-handed floater, good, 10 feet away on the right baseline. That looked a bit out of his comfort level, comfort zone, but who am I to talk? He made it. Here's Renew diving in and making a layup at the other end as Purdue did not get back defensively quick enough. Purdue leads 21-16, and here's the full court pressure now from Miami.
A poor job there by Purdue, not getting matched up in transition, and it's unfortunate because Trey Kaufman-Renn had made a heck of a shot there on the other end.
Pocket pass, Kaufman-Renn, right elbow, that one long, and it's rebounded out of there by Shelton Henderson, the freshman from Houston. Miami the ball, Donaldson driving in right elbow, now to Henderson driving in right block and scoring. Too easy there for the Hurricanes, and just like that, it's 21-18. Purdue the lead, 4 in a row for the Hurricanes, 6 in a row for the Hurricanes.
Well, Jack Benner there stopping the drive from Donaldson, which is the right thing to do because he's helping off a non-shooter. But Henderson's so quick on his drives that he was able to get baseline.
Smith the three on the right arc, and no, the shot was missed.
Illegal screen on Trey.
Illegal screen, so even if the bucket would have been made, it would not have counted. Ends up being another Purdue turnover. 21-18 Purdue the lead, but Miami right now the momentum at the 10:23 mark. Oscar Clough back into the game, and now for the first time we see Omer Meyer, the 6'4" freshman from Tel Aviv, Israel. He's playing for Purdue currently. Miami the ball left to right here. Henderson at the right elbow will rise, will fire, score. Just a freshman, Shelton Henderson, who had originally committed to Duke, wasn't it? And then decided to go to Miami. 21-20, 10-minute mark. Purdue does have a 1-point lead, but right now the Hurricanes getting what they want on the offensive end.
And Miami's defense here pressuring Purdue, making them work pretty far out on the court.
Omer Meyer between the back dribble, gets his way to the free throw line, keeps coming downhill, shoots a fall-away baseline jumper and left it short. Rebounded Allen. Miami with numbers, 3-on-2. Allen wants to attack, blocked at the rim, out of bounds by Jakari Harris. Miami will keep the ball, 25 on the shot clock. Purdue 21, Miami 20.
A 6-0 run here by the Canes, making 4 of their last 5 field goal attempts in this last minute and 40. Purdue getting stagnant here on the offensive end, not generating high percentage looks.
Right now, Braden Smith is on the bench getting a rest, so is C.J. Cox. Donaldson coming in from the left arc, guarded by Kaufman-Wren to Henderson, and he traveled to 3 seconds maybe. Yeah, 3 seconds. Boy, you don't see that often, but it was the right call. Henderson was just camped himself right in the middle of the paint, waiting for that pass, and the official Tony Padilla hits him with a 3-second violation.
I think you could have maybe called that on Renew or Henderson. They both seem to be camped down there for quite some time.
Purdue the ball with a 1-point lead at 21-20. Lawyer perimeter left, way outside of the arc. We'll throw it inside of the arc into the hands of Trey Kaufman-Wren. Is he going to try to back down Henderson? He is. He'll spin to the left shoulder and score with a right-handed hook shot. That is 2 big guys banging bodies in a low post. 10 points already for Kaufman-Wren to go with 5 rebounds. Purdue's ahead 23-20. Miami will attack. They'll drive. They'll miss a layup at the rim. Missed by Washington. Rebounded by Omer Meyer. Washington got to the rim but missed the bank shot. Left block. Boilermakers throw it to Kaufman-Wren. Right block. He tried to throw it to his teammate. Gets tipped out to Jakari Harris, who shoots a floater as he was being fouled, and it'll be 2 foul shots for Jakari Harris. Smart play for Jakari, because once he felt the defender was off his feet, he leaned into him to get a shooting foul. Jakari Harris will go to the foul line, where he is an 85% foul shooter.
Great job, Jakari Harris, using that shot fake like you said, make that defender fly by, and then getting that contact and having the presence of mind to get that thing up on the rim so he can generate these 2 free throws. Going to give Purdue a chance to bring Braden Smith back in this game here at the stoppage as well.
Free throw good for Jakari Harris, his first scoring of the game. Braden Smith in for Fletcher Lawyer. That last foul was on Trey Donaldson. It's his first. 4 on the Canes as a team. At the 8:36 mark, Jakari made both free throws. Jakari, the son of Purdue legend Glenn Robinson, brother of Purdue football legend Gielan Robinson. And Jakari will go to the bench now. C.J. Cox replaces him. Purdue 25, Miami 20 at the 8:30 mark. Henderson is on the deep right perimeter with a chest pass to the left wing into Allen. Down low to Renew, driving in left block, attacking and missing a reverse layup. Got his own rebound. He'll spin to the rim and he'll score this time. Malik Renew just uber aggressive on the glass. Purdue couldn't keep him off of there. Purdue up 25-22.
Would have loved to be able to gather that rebound after he misses the bunny with his right hand, but Renew, a very good rebounder in his own right, able to gather it.
And Kaufman-Renn couldn't be too physical because he already has a foul. Now Kaufman-Renn will drive on Uday, miss the bunny from the right block. How did he not come up with that and make that shot, I should say, and somehow Miami came up with it. That ball rolled around the rim and popped out. Come the Canes on the run. Donaldson, 8 feet, straightaway floater, short. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Purdue at the 7:35 mark. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 25, Miami 22. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard, easier mowing, everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Winter got you cooped up inside looking for some fun? Then grab the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. With instant fun and prizes up to $570,000. It's the perfect way to brighten these winter days. So put down the puzzles, try on a fresh pair of sweatpants, and come out to play Indiana with the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Your car survived snowstorms and salty streets. Now it deserves a little March maintenance. Get your first wash free at Tsunami Express Car Wash, featuring our signature Tsunami Salt Blaster. After your wash, use free vacuums, detailing tools, and complimentary tire air to tackle everything winter left behind. Sign up online and your first wash is free. Claim your free wash at TsunamiExpress.com. That's a $25 value, free. Wash, chill, repeat. Tsunami Express, proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Bex Hybrids, BW Fusion, Indiana Packers Corporation, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Purdue Global, Riley Children's Health, State Farm Insurance, and Wabash, each great partners of Purdue Athletics. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell, our courtside audio engineer, Wes Scott. Purdue 25, Miami 22 with 7:35 to go first half. NCAA tournament action from St. Louis. And Miami closing the rebound gap. Purdue right now 10 rebounds, Miami 9. And Purdue has 5 turnovers, by the way. Very uncharacteristic for a Purdue team that 8th best in the country, taking care of the ball, 8.9 a game.
Purdue's assist-to-turnover ratio, 7-5. Not typical of what you see from a Purdue team, usually going to be more than 2-1.
Miami the ball baseline right as we resume action. The Hurricanes from South Florida into Allen. Left-handed hook shot. No, I think it was partially blocked maybe by Clough, maybe? Yeah.
Absolutely. Clough got his hand up there, helped C.J. Cox contest that play, and then still was able to gather it as well.
His 33rd block of the year, Oscar Clough. He had 4 blocks Friday night against Queens, a season high. Meyer, a straightaway 3, short. Clough fought for it, got it into the hands of Trey Kaufman-Renn. A reload for Purdue. Inside to Clough, no, stolen. Tried to throw it inside to Clough, did Braden Smith, turned it over. 6 Purdue turnovers. Washington coming the other way for the Canes. Stopping at the free throw line, pivoting out of some trouble. Finding the back cutting Allen, who makes a left-handed layup from the left side. Excellent pass. 5 points for Dante Allen. Purdue leads 25-24.
I can't believe Brady didn't get a hand on that pass. He saw the back cut, and dropped his hand down there right into where the passing lane was going to be, but it slipped right past his left hand into the cutting Allen.
Purdue throws it inside to Kaufman-Renn, who spins to face up against Uday. Spins to the shoulder and scores with his left hand. Spun to the right shoulder to score with his left hand. Uday with an early foul, had to back off there to not pick up another one. Purdue leads 27-24. Right now it's all Trey Kaufman-Renn, 12 points, 6 rebounds.
Well, that is my favorite Trey counter move, and he'll go to it on occasion, and right there he's had so much success with the right hook. That spin move baseline was sweet.
Henderson to the right elbow, lost a dribble, fighting for it. Trey Kaufman-Renn, it's loose on the floor. Somehow ended up in the hands of Renew for Miami. He will drive, kick it out for an Allen three on the left wing. Good. Oh, a scramble play leads to an open three for Allen. Dante Allen, his second made three. We're tied at 27.
Allen, not an elite three-point shooter percentage-wise, just 30% on the season on 70 attempts, but he's buried 2 big ones here early in this game.
Cox rolls it inside, left block extended, and catch for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Again, faces up against Uday, works on Uday, spins against Uday, shoots with the right hand. This one is short, rebounded by Washington of Miami. Tied at 27. Canes can take the lead on this trip. Washington stopping in front of the rim at 8 feet, shooting a left-handed fall-away jumper and almost shot an air ball. That thing barely grazed the front of the rim, rebounded by Purdue's Braden Smith. Smith coming the other way against Washington. He shoots his own fadeaway and hits left wing from 12 feet away. First scoring of the game for Braden Smith.
A big moment there for Braden Smith. It's been a struggle for him early in this game, so nice to see him see a shot go down. Get this Purdue crowd back into it.
Purdue leads 29-27, 4:51 remaining first half. Purdue fans have risen to their feet. Allen with the ball, high right perimeter, 3 steps outside of the arc to Renew between the rings. He wants to lob it inside to Henderson. Henderson left block, double teamed. Kick it back out to Renew. A deep three for Renew, misses poorly. Rebounded Henderson, too easy there on an offensive rebound. No one checked off Shelton Henderson. 8 points for the freshman. We're tied at 29.
Well, that hurts. You get Renew to take a deep three that was a very low percentage chance of going in, but Braden Smith was switched on to Henderson, and Henderson just dominated him.
Braden a three straight away at the other end. That one is short. Rebounded Henderson of Miami. They're going to try to push the tempo. Washington to the left elbow. Now retreat dribble when Omar Meyer cuts him off. Washington to the free throw line. To Henderson diving in. He will dunk, and Miami has a lead of 31-29. And Purdue, Matt Painter, wants to take a timeout. How about 10 points for the freshman Shelton Henderson? He averages 13.7 a game from Houston, Texas. Nephew of Eric Dickerson, former Indianapolis Colts running back. And it looks to me like Miami, after their first called timeout earlier in the half, has picked up the aggressiveness, and it has helped them immensely.
It really has. I feel like their physicality and intensity on the defensive end, pressuring Purdue out on the floor. They're picking up Braden Smith full court, Dante Allen. Every time there's a made basket, he's out there jamming. And Shelton Henderson making an impact here the last couple of possessions. He takes 85% of his field goal attempts from 2-point range. He's not a guy who's going to shoot a lot of threes, just 48 attempts from 3 on the season, 26%. And so you, in a situation like that, Braden Smith's giving help off of him to stop a drive. But as that kick out goes to Henderson, Henderson's first step is so elite and he's so strong. If he's able to get an angle or a shoulder by you, it's curtains, honestly. And in this case, Braden helps. And as Braden's trying to recover on the kick out, you're just assuming that kick out is going to be someone who catches it and pauses, or maybe even catches and pump fakes, or looks, of course, to maybe shoot. In this case, he's got to know personnel. He's got to realize he's on Henderson. Henderson is catching that thing and looking to rip and go immediately. And in this case, he rips and goes and gets that shoulder past Braden Smith. And then Braden, because of the lack of strength compared to Henderson, had no shot.
Marches here in Westwood One, and the Varsity Network have you covered. To Indianapolis. Stream your hometown call and a whole lot more all postseason exclusively on the free Varsity Network app. Download it today. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell, on-site audio engineer Wes Scott. Purdue trailing by 2. Purdue the ball when we resume action. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home, but don't know where to start? Call trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Purdue Athletics.
Well, Coach Painter always talks about how important it is to close halves and open halves in good form. 4 minutes to go here in this first half, this final media timeout. It's going to be a critical stretch here to close this half. Purdue subbing Trey Kaufman-Renn out of the game, bringing Jack Benner in, and Fletcher Lawyer returning to the fray as well. This is a crucial stretcher. You want to close this half strong, go into the halftime locker room with the lead.
Trey Kaufman-Renn on the bench with 12 points. Trey came into the day needing 14 to tie John Garrett for 20th place all-time history Purdue scoring. He's 2 away from doing that. Fletcher Lawyer with C.J. Cox, Braden Smith, Jack Benter, and Oscar Clough right now for Purdue. Boilermakers trailing 31-29. And back to action we go. Purdue wearing the white unis here as the designated home team. Miami wearing black with a green stripe down one side and orange stripe down the other. Now it looks like Miami might play a little zone out of the timeout. Thought we might see some zone from them today, and now we do. Braden Smith is at the top of the key. Left side, C.J. Cox. Top of the key, Lawyer. Shot clock is at 7. Lawyer driving Donaldson to Cox. 3 in the left corner is long and pulled out of there. Rebound by True Washington. Good look in the left corner for C.J. Cox. But Purdue comes away empty. Washington at the other end. His jumper good. Left elbow extended. True Washington, first scoring of the game. The junior, the transfer from New Mexico. 4-point Miami lead, 33-29. And now what will they do? They'll go back to man-to-man, it looks like. Braden Smith, 3, left arc, missed it right wing, rebounded Donaldson. Purdue missing a couple of threes here. Washington right arc to Donaldson, faking a 3, coming into the right elbow, stopping, spinning, leaning, kicking a corner of a new 3 is short, but rebounded by Uday and Washington, and Uday, I should say, for Miami. Into Uday, down low, tipped away from Braden Smith, and then knocked it off of Uday to save possession. Excellent play by Braden Smith, our hustle play of the game, presented by Republic Airways. Start your aviation career today with their Lift Academy flight training program. Boy, that's a big play there because it looked like Uday was about to dunk it home.
Yes, it did.
Braden knocks it away from him and then knocked it off of him out of bounds. Purdue with the ball trailing 33-29. Back to zone goes Miami. Why not? Purdue's missed 2 threes in a row from a couple of pretty good three-point shooters. And a Purdue turnover. Washington stole the ball, and before he fell out of bounds, called timeout. 7 Purdue turnovers. 2:22 to go in the first half, and the possession goes right back to Miami.
Well, Braden Smith definitely out of sorts right now. Just struggling, I think, with some confidence, missing some shots that he is capable of making, and then the turnovers for him mounting up in this game. That's 4 turnovers now. Just trying to make a simple pass to the left wing, but True Washington there, reading his eyes, playing the passing lane in the zone. That's what those, whenever you play a good zone, those top guys are very active, trying to keep you in between, read your eyes, read passing lanes, and right there, True Washington uses athleticism to jump that passing lane, and nice play there using that. Well, actually, is that their second timeout they've now used?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't the use or loser timeout, so at least from a Purdue perspective, you do get them to burn one of their timeouts they could have used in the second half. That's the only positive, I suppose, from that play.
33-29, 2:22 to go first half. Miami the ball after the called timeout. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. Miami the ball left to right in these black uniforms, and right now they have the momentum. Without question, Henderson, right side, feeds to Renew. Now to Washington, who dribbles his way to the right elbow, steps into a 3 and makes it. True Washington dribbled himself into a 3, and it's 36-29 Miami.
He just hesitation and then rose up there, hand down, man down with Lawyer.
Into the game, Daniel Jacobson for Purdue as the Boilermakers get a triple in the left corner from C.J. Cox. Boy, did Purdue need that one.
That was critical. Nice extra pass, Lawyer to Cox. Same place he had just missed one long. That time splashes it home.
36-32 Miami at the 1.5-minute mark. Washington off a screen from Uday to 15 feet. Leans in, shoots a floater, scores. Right now, True Washington is hot. 7 points for him. Miami 38, Purdue 32 with 1:20 to go in the first half.
He's in a comfortable rhythm right there. Fletcher Lawyer encountering that screen gave Washington an easy angle to get downhill.
Lawyer, perimeter left, bounces it inside of the left arc to Kaufman-Renn. Back to Lawyer, guarded by Renew. Chest pass left side at the left elbow extended. 2. Kaufman-Renn knocked away from him. Purdue got it back. A deep 3 from Cox up against the shot clock. Desperation 3, left wing, and somehow C.J. Cox made it. What?
Woo-hoo. C.J. step back, onions there.
38-35 Miami. 40 seconds to go in a half. Washington lobs for Uday, turned it over. Threw it out of bounds on a bad pass. Boy, C.J. Cox saving Purdue's bacon here late in the first half with a couple of huge threes. The second one improbable.
Wow, what a huge sequence there by C.J. Cox. Kaufman-Renn did not see Donaldson sneaking from behind whatsoever. Thankfully, that ball rolled to C.J. instead of it being a transition turnover.
18 on the shot clock, 25 on a game clock for Purdue, trailing by 3. Off a screen from Jacobson, Braden Smith near the timeline. They're going to try to trap him. Purdue throws it to Kaufman-Renn, kicks in the corner. Cox another 3. Another triple time! C.J. Cox! We're tied at 38. Miami's got to hurry. Driving to the rim, a floater, good! As the game clock expires, Trey Donaldson driving in from the right wing to give Miami a 40-38 lead at the half. The good news for the Boilermakers, C.J. Cox back-to-back-to-back threes to keep the Boilermakers within shouting distance of the Miami Hurricanes, who had really gathered massive momentum over the final 10 minutes of this first half. Before we move along any further, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Miami 40, Purdue 38. What does that mean? It means when 1 second ticks off of the clock in the second half, it'll be the first time all postseason that Purdue has trailed in the second half with a score at 40-38. I suppose unless we had some type of dead ball technical before we start the second half. 40-38, Miami leads Purdue. Halftime here in St. Louis. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Winter got you cooped up inside looking for some fun? Then grab the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. With instant fun and prizes up to $570,000. It's the perfect way to brighten these winter days. So put down the puzzles, try on a fresh pair of sweatpants, and come out to play, Indiana, with the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Keystone Cooperative understands that your family matters most, which is why safety is our top priority. Our commitment to serving the local community is all about being an active part of the places we call home. By choosing Keystone Seriously Local Propane, you are supporting local communities and helping us make an impact where it matters most, right here at home. Keystone Cooperative, Seriously Local Propane, and proud to back the Boilermakers.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. This is the Boilermaker Halftime Show.
And welcome to the Halftime Report with Miami leading Purdue 40-38. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell, courtside in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center. This is an NCAA round of 32 tournament game. Well, Bob, Hurricanes looked rattled early. Boilermakers looked rattled late. But when it was all said and done, it's just a 2-point lead currently for Miami, which is not all bad when you consider how careless Purdue was with the ball in the first 20 minutes.
I'm with you, Rob. I think it could be a lot worse for Purdue considering how poorly they played for chunks of that half, looking just flustered there with some of the pressure and intensity of Miami, especially when you consider Braden Smith, the head of the snake for Purdue. He's got 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field, missed both his threes, 2 to 4 assist to turnover ratio, and Purdue's down just 2 points.
Yeah.
I feel good about that because I would be stunned if Braden Smith doesn't come out with a vengeance and have a better second half performance. So considering that, I feel Purdue's in a decent spot. They've lost the possession battle by 4. So, yes, this could be a worse scenario for Purdue. Thank goodness C.J. Cox got hot there down the stretch.
C.J. Cox made back-to-back-to-back threes to keep Purdue within an arm's reach here of Miami. And all of them from a different spot on the floor. The first in the left corner. The second deep left arc with the shot clock expiring. He had no other choice than to just hurry up and get it up on the rim. Nothing but net. And then the last of the 3 was in the right corner when he buried it. Now, good heads-up play after the final 3 for Miami to quickly get the ball into Trey Donaldson, who dribbled the length of the floor, got a right-handed layup. And that's one thing, too, I think Matt Painter will be talking about with his team at halftime, because we heard the coaches harp on this over the last 24 hours or so. Keep these guys off their right hand. Most of their offense happens on the right side of the floor. And what have we seen today? A lot of scoring from the right side of the floor.
We've seen Donaldson and Henderson trying to wear out that right seam, and that was emphasized in the film sessions. And True Washington, they talked about a guy there who's streaky but who is looking to shoot the rock. That guy is hunting shots while he's out there, and we saw him go on a little run. What's he got? He's got 7 points, 3 of 7 from the field, made a big rhythm 3 off the dribble. So he's given them a spark off the bench. But, yep, this is anybody's ball game at this point, and hopefully Purdue is able to come out first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half and make a charge.
It is Miami 40, Purdue 38, halftime here at the Enterprise Center. All of the stats to come your way in just a moment. Give you all those numbers from this first half, but know this, the Boilermakers, again, when the second half begins, will be trailing in the second half for the first time this entire postseason. Purdue never trailed in any 4 of the games in Chicago in the Big Ten tournament in the second half, and Purdue never trailed in the second half on Friday in the game against Queens University. But when the second half begins here, the Boilermakers will be trailing by a score of 40-38. I'm Rob Blackman. We will pause for a moment. When we come back, I'll give you the first half numbers. They're brought to you by Ruoff Home Mortgage. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation, Lafayette Limo.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a wide variety of business sites, including 4 shovel-ready certified silver business parks, plus higher than normal broadband capacity with an extensive fiber network with more than 2,000 miles of lines. Connecting opportunity with success. Contact the Hancock County Economic Development Council at www.hancockedc.com or at 317-477-7241.
Your car survived snowstorms and salty streets. Now it deserves a little March maintenance. Get your first wash free at Tsunami Express Car Wash, featuring our signature Tsunami Salt Blaster. After your wash, use free vacuums, detailing tools, and complimentary tire air to tackle everything winter left behind. Sign up online and your first wash is free. Claim your free wash at TsunamiExpress.com. That's a $25 value, free. Wash, chill, repeat. Tsunami Express, proud partner of Purdue Athletics. Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Purdue University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
We are live from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri. NCAA March Madness. It's a round of 32 tournament game. 7-seeded Miami leading the 2-seed Purdue Boilermakers 40-38. I'm Rob Blackman. Let's take a look at the first half statistics presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage is your local lender ready to help make your dream home a reality. To start your journey home, visit ruoff.com. That's RUOFF.com. Pretty impressive shooting by the Miami Hurricanes in the first half. They were 17 of 33. That's 51.5%, which quite frankly, right about where they normally are. These are two of the better shooting teams in the country. Miami coming in 15th best in the country at 50.1%. Purdue 10th best in the country at 50.3%. So no surprise that both of these teams shot it well in the first half overall shooting, as Miami again 17 of 33, 51.5. But where Miami really had an advantage was their ability to shoot the ball from the three-point line, going 4 of 8 at 50%. Normally they're a 34% three-point shooting team. Miami did make both of its free throw attempts. Hurricanes have one player in double-digit scoring. He is Shelton Henderson. My goodness, is the freshman out of Houston impressive. 10 first-half points for Henderson. He also added a team-high 4 rebounds. Also scoring for Miami, 7 points for Trey Donaldson and 7 for True Washington off of the bench. 8 points in the game for Dante Allen. He made 2 3-point buckets. 6 points for Malik Renew, who had 3 assists, 2 steals, and a rebound. And 2 points for Ernest Uday Jr., who added 2 points. 9 assists on the 17 made baskets for Miami. 3 of the assists came from Malik Renew. 5 turnovers in the game so far for the Hurricanes. They typically turn it over 11 times a ball game. No block shots. They did have 4 steals. 2 of those steals came from Renew. Rebounding-wise, Purdue had the early advantage on the glass, but Miami quickly made up for the difference. Miami actually has more rebounds at this juncture. 15 rebounds for the Hurricanes. 5 offensive rebounds led to 4 second-chance points. Purdue, as I mentioned, also shot it well. 14 of 26, 53.8%. Purdue 5 of 9 from 3, 55.6%. Doesn't hurt when C.J. Cox goes 3 for 4. The Boilermakers made all 5 of their free throws. Purdue had 9 assists on the 14 made buckets. 2 assists for Clough, 2 for Lawyer, 2 for Braden Smith. Purdue turned it over 7 times in the first half. Braden Smith had 4 of the 7. 3 steals, 2 for Oscar Clough, 2 blocks. Clough had a block, so did Jakari Harris. I mentioned the 13 rebounds for the Boilermakers, just 2 offensively. That led to 3 second chance points for Purdue. Scoring-wise, Trey Kaufman-Wren leading all scorers, 12 points, 6 boards. 10 points for Fletcher Lawyer. 9 points, C.J. Cox. All 9 came in a flurry. 3 points in the game for Oscar Clough. 2 for Braden Smith. 2 for Jakari Harris. Points off turnovers, Miami 10, Purdue 10. Points in the paint, Miami 16, Purdue 12. Second chance points, Miami 4, Purdue 3. Fast break points, Purdue 2, Miami 0. Points off the bench, Miami 7, Purdue 2. Halftime here in St. Louis, and it's a 40-38 lead. 7 seed Miami leading the 2 seed Purdue Boilermakers. When we come back, Bobby Riddell has a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge, on the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent is there to help guide you through each step of the insurance process.
Yeah, my agent's awesome. Jeff gives great advice, helps me figure things out. He's kind of like a dad to me.
Oh, that's great. Your agent
He's just got such a dad vibe, you know?
Sure. And your agent
I kind of want to get him a tie. I wish there was like an insurance agent's day or something, you know, because he's not really my dad.
Get to know an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and you'll never have to go it alone. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together.
Welcome back here to the halftime show. The Miami Hurricanes leading your Purdue Boilermakers at the half, 40-38. Time now to take a look at some out-of-town scores, and we'll run through the men's college basketball NCAA tournament games, round of 32 that are going to be played here today. This Purdue-Miami game, the only game currently underway. There's another standalone game that'll follow this Purdue-Miami matchup here in St. Louis, and that'll be between the 7-seed Kentucky taking on the 2-seed Iowa State. Will tip around 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time. At 4:15 p.m. at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time, we should have the 5th-seeded St. John's taking on 4th-seeded Kansas. At 6:10 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT, 3rd-seeded Virginia taking on 6th-seed Tennessee. On TBS at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time, the 9-seed Iowa Hawkeyes out of the Big Ten taking on the number 1 seed Florida Gators from the SEC. On True TV at 7:50 p.m., the number 1 seed Arizona Wildcats, 32-2 on the season, will take on the 9-seed Utah State Aggies, who are 28-6 on the season. The 7-seed UCLA Bruins out of the Big Ten will take on the 2-seed UConn Huskies, who are 29-5 on the season. That game will air on TNT at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And then at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, the nightcap, 5th seed Texas Tech will play the 4-seed Alabama Crimson Tide. That game will air on TBS. We will have second half action when we return. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learville.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge, on the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline, it's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
At Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis, the city is your classroom. Here, you'll study where innovation happens in the heart of Indiana's capital. Explore degrees in construction management, themed entertainment design, interior architecture, cybersecurity, and computer and information technology. Work alongside industry leaders, build your portfolio, and gain the real-world experience that sets you apart. This is where persistent pursuit meets opportunity, right in the center of it all. Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis. Industry ready, day one.
Almost time to start the second half here in St. Louis. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. Miami, the Hurricanes, leading Purdue 40-38. Wouldn't you know it, Bob? Right now, the difference in the game, and you alluded to it when it happened, was the tip play that went for a dunk on a lob when Purdue was caught flat-footed in the opening tip-off.
Was such a well-designed play, and it's something you can do when you know you have a guy who's going to win the tip more often than not. Uday, one of the best in the country at jump balls and winning those for his team. Oscar Klussman pretty good for Purdue as of late, but Uday wins that tip, and clearly Miami had something drawn up knowing there was a good chance he would win it. And I saw Uday right around the top of the key start to measure his steps, and I was thinking to myself, why is he doing that? And then I saw the ball in mid-flight, and he was behind the back line of Purdue's defense. Oscar Clough got caught up between some other Purdue defenders as he was trying to find his way to Uday. And it was just really well designed. That pass happened pretty close to in front of us right here, maybe 10 feet outside the three-point arc. And it was well thrown, and Uday knew what to do with it. And, of course, yes, like you said, that's now currently the difference in this game.
You know, one thing I didn't mention at halftime I should have. Purdue in the paint, was just 7 of 14. Purdue normally much more efficient when they get the ball to the paint. 7 of 14 shooting with the ball in the painted area. One has to think Miami's size, strength, and length has been a big part of why Purdue has only 50% in the painted area.
I would agree. It seems like Miami's frustrated Purdue at times. Seems like a lot of shots from Purdue have been left short as well. Hopefully Purdue able to get their legs under them here and get off to a good start here in the second half.
Purdue does have the first possession of the second half with Lawyer and Cox, Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman-Renn, Oscar Clough. Let's see what Purdue runs here in the opening possession, left to right. They give it to Kaufman-Renn, who faces up on Uday just outside the left block. He attacks Uday, shoots with his right hand and left it long. Good look, but it's long, and Uday rebounds for Miami.
A very good look for Trey. That's a shot he makes more often than not. He's frustrated with himself there, clapping his hands as he back ironed that hook.
A little too much mustard on that one. Renew dives in. He gets a left-handed layup, and just like that, Miami has a 4-point lead.
Well, that was way too easy there. Malik Renew, middle ball screen, just dives and goes right down the lane with no resistance.
Lawyer straightaway three, lets it fly. Triple time. Fletcher Lawyer, his third, made 3 of the game. Purdue trails 42-41.
Well, that's a huge hit there. A big response after giving up that easy deuce and missing a makeable hook. Coach Painter wanting Braden Smith to get into the basketball more and apply some pressure.
Henderson right elbow, stops, leans in, now gives it up at the last second to Allen. Back to Henderson, back to Allen. 3, left arc, in and out, no good. Great block out, Braden Smith. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Braden Smith. I say great block out because Braden was overwhelmed down there. I think it was Uday. He was trying to block him off, and he did, but he couldn't get the ball because of the size and the strength of Uday. And is Purdue going to challenge here? Yes, Purdue and Matt Painter will challenge the out-of-bounds call, baseline left, that currently favors Miami. And this will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Miami 42, Purdue 41. 18:48 remains in the game. A challenge on the floor. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're a true Boilermakers fan, then you know the real season starts before the first game. Same goes for your home field. No matter how you're planning on managing your acreage, Case IH can help you hit the ground running. Mowing, digging, hauling, and more. Our machines are built to handle whatever your land demands. Talk to your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to win big at home, season after successful season.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge, on the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Whether you're flying to cheer for the Boilermakers at a game or flying for business, there's a smarter way to travel. United Airlines now deports daily from Purdue University Airport to Chicago O'Hare, connecting you to over 200 destinations worldwide. Skip the drive and stress of departing from a large airport and fly LAF from the new Amelia Earhart Terminal in West Lafayette with easy parking and quick check-in. Fly local, fly LAF. Learn more at purdue.edu/airport.
This is Jack Lusk, and you are listening to Purdue Basketball.
Purdue men's basketball postseason sponsored by BW Fusion. They know the challenges farmers face. They're here to help you win. Their biological and crop nutrition products built on data and designed to drive maximum profitability from every acre. BW Fusion, less in, more out. This is how we farm now. By the way, a successful video review challenge by Matt Painter and the Boilermakers. The call is reversed, and Purdue will have the ball out of bounds, baseline left. Good block out by Braden Smith. He was blocking out Malik Renew. A much taller Renew. I thought it was Uday originally, but that block out ends up getting Purdue a possession here. Purdue with the ball left to right, white uniforms. Purdue trailing 42-41. Oscar Clough dribbling on the right elbow with a dribble handoff to Lawyer. He's double teamed. Gives it right back now to Kaufman-Wren. Shot clock at 7. Kaufman-Wren is on the left block, spinning on Uday. Missed the bunny, but on the weak side, it's the right side. Oscar Clough with a tip in. Purdue takes the lead 43-42.
Terrific spin move there by Kaufman-Wren to free himself for the left-handed layup attempt, but he shot it too hard. And thankfully, Oscar there just waiting on the weak side for the easy putback.
18:03 to go in the ball game. Purdue with a 1-point lead. Renew wants to drive in from the left corner, stops on the left block, and he was fouled as he was double-teamed by a reaching Oscar Clough. Fletcher Lawyer tells his teammate, Oscar, don't reach for the ball. You had him in a great spot. First foul on Oscar Clough. Miami ball out of bounds, baseline left.
Unfortunate foul there, because you're right, they were going to have him in a tough spot if they walled up, but thankfully just Oscar's first foul and not any sort of foul issues yet.
Miami to inbound. Henderson, the trigger man, has to throw it way out left arc, caught by Uday. Gives it right back to Henderson. Cox on him. Right side, Renew, back to Henderson. Henderson coming downhill in the middle of the paint, lost the ball, but it kicks to Renew. He'll drive to the rim and miss a wild shot. Rebounded Cox. Purdue left to right, they're on the run. Braden Smith attacking, throwing it into Clough, and Uday fouled him. A great post-up in transition by Clough. He had Uday buried under the basket. Uday had no choice but to foul to save a layup. Braden Smith recognized it immediately. Purdue ball out of bounds, baseline right.
They showed Braden those in film sessions. When you can push and transition with some pace, you're going to have those post-up opportunities. Nice job.
Purdue inside to Cox, and he makes a layup on a baseline inbound. Braden Smith the pass. Cox the layup. Cox has 11 points. Purdue leads 45-42. Miami the ball, black unis right to left. Donaldson wants to drive. Free throw line with Cox on him. Out to Renew. Now Renew drives. Left elbow. He stops. Spins left block. Kick in the right corner. Donaldson catch and shoot three. Long. Renew a rebound. He lost it. Stolen by Smith. Ahead to Cox. CJ attacking Allen. He missed the layup and was fouled, but CJ under the basket holding his arm. His right knee he's holding. I beg your pardon after his second glance. CJ holding his right knee after the excellent stop defensively. Purdue was racing in transition. CJ was fouled as he got to the rim to our right, and he is very slow to get up. As a matter of fact, he is not getting up. He is lying on his back on the baseline right in front of the stanchion. Left leg extended, right knee up. And that'll bring on athletic trainer Chad Young to look at C.J. Cox. C.J. Euro-stepped his way to the rim in traffic, drew the foul. He's taking some deep breaths with, again, athletic trainer Chad Young looking after him. Jakari Harris will be coming in to replace him. He's going to stand up with some help. We will hope for the best for the sophomore C.J. Cox, who has 11 points in this game. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. They're going to walk C.J. back to the locker room. He is walking under his own power. Slight limp. Purdue fans giving him the standing ovation. 17:04 to go. The foul, by the way, went on Allen, trying to save the layup there. First foul on Allen, whose dad Malik played at Villanova. And two free throws here for Trey Kaufman-Wren. With Cox leaving the game because of injury, Miami gets to pick the free throw shooter. Kaufman-Wren is who they select, and he makes the first. Trey's a 61% foul shooter, so that's a good selection by Jay Lucas. And Miami, that's the guy you would want at the line if you're Miami. Purdue leads 46-42. Second foul shot. Well, Trey made them both. Maybe it was a bad idea by Miami. Purdue leads 47-42. 17 minutes to go.
Big there for Trey to step up in that moment. But now, guys like Jakari Harris and Omar Meyer going to have to come through with some big minutes here if CJ's not able to return.
Donaldson off a screen, gives to Renew, and a travel on Renew. Renew was trying to pivot at the foul line and kick it left wing for Allen, but because Purdue ran a double team at him, it, for lack of a better term, scared him just enough that he lost his balance and turned it over.
They've caught him off guard. Turn, wasn't expecting to see Lawyer right there. And thankfully, because it was going to be a wide open three for Allen.
Yeah, who's already made two today. 16:35 remaining. Purdue with a 5-point lead. Braden Smith, left elbow, rises against Allen. Misses from 15, out of bounds. Last touch by a hustling Oscar Clough. 16:29 remains in the game. Here comes True Washington in from Miami to replace Allen. Purdue better find a way to slow down this guy. True Washington off the bench. Had 7 first-half points. Transfer from New Mexico. He was all Mountain West. Honorable mention last year at New Mexico. Purdue 47, Miami 42, and Miami has the ball. Renew between the circles with Kaufman Wren guarding him like the old Purdue IU days here. Here's Washington backing it out between the rings. He's attacking Kaufman Wren. He's coming downhill, throwing the shoulder into him, pivoting out of some trouble, giving it up left corner. A 3 for Henderson, make it a 2. He was inside the arc, left wing, counted for Shelton Henderson. Purdue 47, Miami 44.
What a shot there, Henderson, the pull-up. That's the shot you're going to live with, though. Heavily contested.
Jakari Harris with a chest pass top of the key to Clough. He'll give to Lawyer. Lawyer tried to throw it back into Clough, turned it over. Jumping the passing lane, Henderson. And then stolen at the other end. No. Somehow Miami ended up with that loose ball. Not sure how, but they did. True Washington with it, left corner. 15:25 remaining. 3-point Purdue lead, 47-44. Donaldson to the left arc. Inside a Renew. Lobs for Uday, who missed the dunk, but a foul was called. A foul against the Boilermakers. Trey Kaufman Wren. That'll be his second. Purdue fans are mad. They thought it was just a missed dunk. Officials say a foul. 15:19 to play. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 47, Miami 44. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Flex Technology Group helps leading edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit our website, flextg.com. That's FLEXTG.com.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation, Lafayette Limo.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
Westwood One and the Varsity Network bring you every moment of March all the way to Indianapolis for the hometown call you love. The only place to stream your team's broadcast all postseason is the Varsity Network app. Download the free Varsity Network app today. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell. We're courtside with our on-site audio engineer, Wes Scott. Brett Otto, audio engineer, back in our Learfield studios, not far from here in Jefferson City, Missouri. We're in St. Louis, MO, where Purdue has a 47-44 lead over Miami. 15:19 to play. And it will be 2 free throws when we resume action for Miami's Ernest Uday Jr., a 6'11 senior from Orlando, who's a 51% foul shooter. Wears number 8 on the black uniform, shooting foul line left. If you're just joining us, a few minutes ago, C.J. Cox, a starting guard, went to the locker room with what looked to be a knee injury. He has not returned. Jakari Harris playing for him for the Boilermakers, as Uday misses the front end of a 1-and-1 two-shot opportunity. I beg your pardon. Now this is where Purdue needs to block out. Purdue talked about this morning at film. Miami is excellent at getting offensive rebounds off of missed free throws. Uday will bend the knees. He'll dribble twice, and he'll make it. So 1 of 2 for Uday, who has 3 points. Miami into full court pressure with Purdue leading 47-45. Miami's doing their best to make sure Braden Smith can't bring the ball up the floor. Braden now has it in the front court as Purdue puts the offense into motion against some zone defense, it looks like here. Zone for Miami. This helped them out a lot early in the first half. Kaufman-Renn dribbling on Donaldson, kicking to Harris for an open 3. Jakari, point left, a triple. Jakari Harris, his first made field goal of the game.
Wow, what a big shot there. TKR almost got it stolen from behind, picked it up just in time, and that defender who had left Harris to try to go for the backside steal left Jakari wide open, and he cashed it in. Huge triple time.
He did not hesitate. Jakari Harris, the sophomore from Atlanta, who is a 34% three-point shooter. Renew swings it to the right wing to Washington. 2 steps outside of the arc. Washington dribbles right corner. Illegal screen. Malik Renew trying to free up his teammate. Knock Fletcher Lawyer on the ground. And the foul will go against Malik Renew. Turnover Miami. First foul of the game on Renew. Give the ball back to Purdue with Purdue leading 50-45.
Well, that was a case where Purdue might have got a little lucky there. We talked about earlier in the broadcast how on ball screens, Purdue's defender guarding the screener will what we call steer, where they'll shove that guy who's setting the screen into that direction just to ease their switch. I thought Braden Smith shoved Malik Renew there enough to where they could have called a foul on Braden as Renew then went into Lawyer. Lawyer takes the contact. Thankfully, Courtney Green makes up for the call on Oscar Clough there by calling the offensive foul on Renew.
14-10 remaining. Braden Smith, left elbow. Pocket pass, right elbow. Kaufman-Renn driving, blocked. Blocked by Uday at the rim. Boy, nice play there by Uday. With the ball now, Miami right to left. That was a big-time shot block by Uday. Washington dribbles into the free throw line and stops. Pivots on the right foot. Gives, and it's stolen. He'd give it to Renew, and on a double down, Braden Smith stole it. Lawyer faking a 3 right wing, feeding Braden Smith. He had a look at a 3, top of the key, decided against it as he was quickly covered up by Shelton Henderson. Now he will shoot a 3-point left. It's no good. Off the left side of the rim, rebounded Malik Renew of Miami. Ahead to Donaldson. On the run come the Canes. Washington faking a 3 left wing, dribbling it in the middle of the paint, and he was fouled as he was doubled down by a couple of Boilermakers. And it's going to be on Fletcher Lawyer. First foul on Lawyer. It'll be Miami ball out of bounds or a shot? No, out of bounds, they say. Baseline left for the Canes. Purdue 50, Miami 45, 13:25 remaining in the game.
Fletch, good closeout there to take away the rhythm 3 from Washington, but slapping down there on the drive, picks up the nickel dimer.
Washington steps into a 3 from the left arc. It is short, but Uday rebounds a line drive off of the rim. Out to Donaldson, right side Renew. He steps into a 3. It's long, but rebounded Washington. He kicks it out to Donaldson. He'll shoot a 3 left arc, and he won't miss. 2 straight offensive rebounds. Gives Donaldson a chance to make a 3, and he cashes in. Purdue leads 50-48.
Just not able to get those weak side rebounds there. The first one Uday gets, understandable, but Washington getting the second one's a backbreaker.
That one to Uday was a line drive that came right to him. Turnover. Renew stole a pass at a paint. Renew's going to race it to the other end. A Purdue turnover gives it right back to Miami. Donaldson gets to 14 feet. Down low. Shot blocked. Blocked by Clough, but kick it out to Donaldson. 3, no good. Out of bounds. Last touch, Uday and Miami. Purdue got lucky there. Donaldson was in the exact same spot a moment ago. He just made a 3. This one he missed. Purdue's going to sub. Omer Meyer coming in for Jakari Harris. Jack Benter coming in for Trey Kaufman-Renn. 12:25 to go in the game. Purdue 50, Miami 48.
This has been back and forth here in this second half. Purdue's got to tighten up the defensive rebounding. Looking at the rebound margin right now, it's a +6 at this point for Miami. They have offensive rebound-wise, they have 9 offensive rebounds compared to Purdue's 3.
Purdue has to break a full court trap by throwing it to Lawyer, who will shoot a 3 and make it. Hey, that's how you break a full court press. Dribble it over half court and shoot a wide open 3. Fletcher Lawyer, triple time. Purdue leads 53-48.
How about Fletch switch right there. So casual, just dribbling in, lulling the Hurricanes to sleep as he buries it.
Henderson driving, layup, good. He's just so strong. He knocked Jack Benter over en route to make the layup. Purdue leads 53-50.
Holy cow. Henderson is a freight train coming downhill, trying to potentially maybe get a charge call as Benner as he took the hit, but that was not happening, and the spin move allowed the easy lay-in.
He certainly took the hit. Braden Smith, the baseline, fall away on the right side, 10 feet away. 4 points in the game for Braden Smith. Purdue leads 55-50. Hurricanes the ball at the 11-20 mark. Donaldson's at the foul line, attacking Meyer, getting to the left block and missing a left-handed layup, fighting for the rebound. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Renew, and then he's fouled by Oscar Clough. 2 fouls on Clough, but right now offensive rebounding helping Miami, hurting the Boilermakers. Timeout on the floor, 11-12 to go. Purdue 55, Miami 50. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. Centered on the valued relationships that have built and grown the cooperative for 100 years, Keystone specializes in refined fuels, seriously local propane, agronomy, grain, animal nutrition, and swine production. We strive to lead, serve, grow, and embrace our cooperative advantage. Keystone Cooperative, centered on you and proud to fuel the Boilermakers.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent is there to help guide you through each step of the insurance process.
Yeah, my agent's awesome. Jeff gives great advice, helps me figure things out. He's kind of like a dad to me.
Oh, that's great. Your agent
He's just got such a dad vibe, you know?
Sure. And your agent
I kind of want to get him a tie. I wish there was like an insurance agent's day or something, you know, because he's not really my dad.
Get to know an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and you'll never have to go it alone. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together.
This is Sam King, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
2025 Purdue basketball season is presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. And Purdue fans, your new favorite podcast has arrived. Check out For Pete's Sake, presented by Tom Wood Group. It's the official podcast of Purdue Athletics. Myself and Joey Molinaro serving as your hosts, with new episodes always available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and the Purdue Sports app. Visit purduesports.com/podcast and learn more. 11-12 to go in the game, with Purdue having a 55-50 lead. The Miami Hurricanes were in the Final Four in 2023. Purdue was in the Final Four in 2024. Right now, these two teams just trying to get to the Sweet 16. And at the foul line, when we resume action, will be Malik Renew, who's already made 2 foul shots in this game. He has 8 points for Miami. A left-handed player out of Miami originally. And rebounding a problem right now. Purdue's being out-rebounded 24-17. +7 on the glass for the Hurricanes. First free throw good. Problem, Bob, is it's the offensive rebounding. 9 offensive boards for Miami.
Been very impactful for them. That was a key for me coming in. The defensive rebounding of Purdue felt like Miami, not an elite shooting team. So if you could keep them off the offensive glass as Renew switches the second free throw, you would have felt really good. But Miami has, unfortunately, been able to create second chance opportunities ad nauseum.
They are big and athletic, are the Hurricanes. And they have used that athleticism to their advantage to win the war on the glass for the moment. 11 minutes to go, but Purdue has a 3-point lead at 55-52. Braden Smith, right block, leans in, drew the contact, and that foul on True Washington will send Braden Smith to the foul line, where he is an 82% foul shooter.
Well, that was wonderful action there by Braden Smith. He comes off a double ball screen there, single. Meyer, the guard, setting the first one. Kaufman-Renn sets the second. As he gets downhill to that right side, as he swishes the first free throw, using that shot fake he's so good at to get that defender off his feet and then leaning in ever so slightly to create the contact.
Braden Smith, 5 points, 5 assists. Foul line right, made the second foul shot. Purdue 57, Miami 52. Still no C.J. Cox. We have not seen him return from the locker room after leaving early in the second half with what looked to be a knee injury. A drive to the rim. Henderson stopping right block. Kicking for a driving left wing. Donaldson. He's shot an air ball all the way over the rim. Rebounded by Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue's on the run. Omer Meyer goes all the way to the rim. Stripped as he got there. Lost out of bounds. Last touch by, the official says, Miami, apparently. Well, Miami challenge. Miami players seem to think it was last touched by Omer Meyer.
Was hoping Omer was going to see Fletcher Lawyer,
and they will
down the right wing, because Fletch was wide open for a three if he could have spotted him.
Or will they not? Seems to be some confusion. No. Jay Lucas originally said, I'm going to challenge. Then he said, no, I changed my mind. He and Matt Painter both had a smile and a laugh to say, hey, come on, man, make up your mind. He's like, my bad. We play on.
That's honestly super questionable. Just, can you make the challenge sign and then pull it back?
Apparently you can. Braden Smith falling away right baseline, in and out, no good. Oh, he had a great look, but rebounded by Uday of Miami. Here comes Henderson. Allen, left wing, back to Allen, driving in left wing. Stopping in the middle of the paint to kick the ball to Donaldson.
Purdue wanted to travel there.
10 minutes remains in the game. Donaldson kick it left corner. Allen, he'll drive in. Give it up last minute for a dunk. Diving in from the right side, Shelton Henderson, who has 16 points.
Well, Purdue doesn't crack down on the weak side there on that drive. Unfortunate there. Thought Allen had traveled earlier in the possession, and it's an easy dunk for Henderson.
Braden Smith, the Kaufman-Renn between the circles. Give it to Lawyer, who's coming downhill. All the way in, making a right-handed layup. Uday acted like he was going to challenge, then backed out at the last second. Fletcher Lawyer, 18 points. Purdue leads 59-54 with 9:22 to go.
Didn't want to leave. Kaufman-Renn was Uday at the rim, and that allowed the seam for Lawyer. How about the hanging by Fletch in the air on that one?
Donaldson off a screen from Uday. Kick it for a deep three, left wing. It is missed. Rebounded by the Boilermakers. True Washington had an open look but missed it. Omer Meyer rebounds for Purdue. 9 minutes remaining. Purdue with a 5-point lead. Braden Smith trapped in the left baseline. Gives to Kaufman-Renn. He takes his way to the rim. He draws the contact. He makes the layup, and a chance for an and one for TKR.
Oh, how about that? Purdue's two-man game in this small ball lineup. Borderline unguardable at times, and Braden and Trey do what they do best. How about the lift fake from Kaufman-Renn, getting Uday to fly by, and then a little grown man strength, weight room action to finish.
Boilermakers at the line for an and one. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus. See if and one right for you. Greg Kaufman-Renn has made 2 foul shots in this game, and now he's made 3. Remember, the first 2 he made were supposed to be C.J. Cox's foul shots, but C.J. was injured. Purdue has a 62-54 8-point lead. Timeout, Miami, with 8:50 to go in the game. This will be a 30-second timeout taken by the Miami Hurricanes. Now, one thing to think about if you're Miami, you're down to 1 timeout remaining. They used 2 of them, did Miami, in the first half. 1 to save a ball from going out of bounds, 1 to stop a Purdue run. So Miami does have only one timeout left for the final 8:50. Purdue leading 62-54. With Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, you have a dedicated agent, not a complicated process. Find an agent today at infb.com. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. Well, if Purdue wants to find its way to San Jose, Bob, with a final 8:50, they absolutely must keep defensive rebounding.
No,
because right now that's what's keeping Miami in the game, quite frankly.
It really is. That last missed three from Washington, I thought there was another chance for Miami to swoop in and get it, but thankfully Omar Meyer came out of nowhere to sky up and grab that rebound. Because if we can get defensive rebounds, we can push in transition, we can get good looks. Love what Purdue's able to do offensively with this group. But can they get enough stops, get enough defensive rebounds to close out the Hurricanes, like having this 8-point margin at the moment?
Boilermakers this year went 5-4 against the top 15, with all 4 of the losses happening at Mackey Arena. Miami's not a top 15 team, but they're ranked 25th in the country. They look an awful lot like a top 15 team when you see them up close and personal. They're ranked 25th. Purdue's ranked 8th. And this is an NCAA second-round tournament game with the ball in favor of Miami in the front court out of the timeout. Looks like C.J. Cox has returned to the Purdue bench. We'll keep a close eye on that while we can. Henderson, did he travel? No, held ball. Held ball. It'll be Miami ball on the possession. Oh, wait, do we have a foul? Oh, we have all kinds of confusion. One official says held ball. One says foul. Foul will be the call against Purdue's Trey Kaufman-Renn, his third. Boy, what a huge call that is at this juncture in the game. You go from held ball to third foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn. Miami the ball baseline left. Each team now with five team fouls in the second half. We're new to Donaldson as we resume action. Miami in the black uniforms attacking the bucket to our left. To Henderson, coming downhill on Benter, trying to bully him. Kick it out for a deep three. That one missed. Rebounded by Jack Benter. Allen missed the three straight away. It got volleyballed a couple of times, did the loose ball, but then Benter finally somehow was able to put it 2 hands on it. 8-point lead for Purdue with 8:12 to go in the game. More on C.J. Cox in a moment. Purdue white uniforms, left to right. Benter swing it right wing. Omar Meyer wearing number 17 on the uniform. He gives it to Kaufman-Renn, who picked it up. Gives the Lawyer. Lawyer better hurry. 15 feet. Leans in. Shoots it. Oh, good look, but he shot it long. Henderson rebounds for Miami. That would have been a big hit for the Boilermakers, but really good defense by the Canes. Donaldson wants to drive all the way to the rim. Kick it to the right arc. Now, kick it out high to Washington. He throws it left arc into the hands of Donaldson. He'll drive, shoot a wild shot, fouled. If that's on Trey Kaufman-Renn, it's not. It's on Jack Benter. Second foul on Benter. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 62, Miami 54. We'll give you an update on C.J. Cox when we come back. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're cheering for the Boilermakers or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling, our equipment designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team.
Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
The Tom Wood Auto Group has been family owned and operated since 1967, proudly serving Indiana drivers for generations. With over a dozen brands and thousands of vehicles in stock, you'll find the right car, truck, or SUV for your next adventure, all backed by a name you can trust. Wherever you visit us, you'll find the same commitment to quality, integrity, and exceptional service. Visit TomWood.com for any of our convenient locations today. It's all good at Tom Wood.
7:38 remains in the game in St. Louis. Purdue 62, Miami 54 at the Enterprise Center. Our broadcast brought to you by Progressive Insurance and the Progressive Keys to Progress program, providing cars to veterans in need. When we resume action, the Hurricanes of Miami will be at the foul line. We have good news to report on C.J. Cox. He has returned to the bench area. He is in full uniform. He has no ice bag on the right knee. He has no wrap of any kind on the right knee. And we can see him over there trying to just stay loose and work out the kinks.
Yep. Testing that knee out a little bit, because I'm sure what appears to have happened, thankfully, is it was a hyperextension. You can get a bone bruise in those kind of situations, so I'm sure the knee is feeling tender, but he's testing it out with some jab steps, making sure it feels okay, because he does appear to be available to return to this game.
He sure looks healthy sitting over there. Trey Donaldson, 77% foul shooter, wearing number 3 on the black uniform at the line for the Miami Hurricanes out of the Atlantic Coast Conference. Missed the first foul shot.
He's a surprisingly shaky free throw shooter for a guy as good of a shooter as he is overall, just 76.6%. Typically, these great shooters are above 80% at the line.
Donaldson wears number 3, the Michigan transfer who started at Auburn, makes the second one. So he made 1 of 2. Purdue 62, Miami 55. Here's a full court press. They try to trap Braden Smith, who throws it up the right sideline to Fletcher Lawyer, who breaks the 10-second barrier on the dribble and gives the ball right back to Braden Smith, who's standing on the March Madness logo. 7:25 remains in the game. Purdue with a 7-point advantage. Braden Smith working a right arc, throwing it inside to Clough. Clough back out to Braden Smith. Shot clock at 6. Now Braden wants to drive. Stops at the right elbow, throws it back into Clough. He'll attack Renew. He'll shoot a wild reverse layup, and he somehow made it right to left.
How about the footwork from OC there? The Gortat late clock. Nice find by Smitty.
64-55. Jumper short, left elbow missed there by Henderson, and then a foul after Oscar Clough had gobbled up the rebound. Miami got a little too aggressive trying to grab it back. Renew the guilty party. 2 fouls on Renew. Team foul number 6 on Miami. Purdue 64, Miami 55 with 6:54 to play. Trey Kaufman-Wren will sub back in for Jack Benter. Jakari Harris playing right now with Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer. Oops. Now, Jakari, you need to help bring the ball up. Here we go. Jakari was at the other end of the floor, and Fletcher Lawyer yelled at him and said, hey, you know they're going to double team Braden, right? Somehow Braden ends up with the ball, though, brings it over the timeline here. 9-point lead, the Boilermakers' largest lead here in the second half for Purdue. Purdue trailed early in the second half. First time all postseason Purdue had trailed in the second half. Braden Smith nearly lost it on the right sideline. He did lose it on the right sideline. Braden Smith is arguing that the last one to touch it was Miami. Matt Painter is asking Braden, should we challenge? Should we challenge? And Braden does not seem very secure in his answer. So we play on.
It happened right in front of us. I thought it was off Miami. I couldn't tell.
It was right in front of us, Bob. You're right. I couldn't tell. I could not tell. Henderson to Renew, diving in top of the key. Here comes a double down. Renew fights away from it and scores with the left hand. That's a tough shot by Renew in a whole lot of traffic. Purdue's up 64-57 with 6:10 to go in a game.
Renew just overpowering down there. Thought Braden was going to get a piece of that ball from behind as he streaks to get a steal, but Renew stayed and had that rock.
Lawyer dribbles into traffic, a reach and a foul. This will be a 1-and-1.
Nice.
Allen reached in and tried to steal the ball as Lawyer was dribbling through the middle of the paint. Braden is still having a discussion with Earl Walton about that last out-of-bounds call. He's saying, Earl, I did not touch it last. And Earl Walton says, my name is Earl, and I think you did. First free throw good, front end of the 1-and-1 for Fletcher Lawyer.
I think all these guys were expecting Fletch just to make that first free throw because I didn't see a whole lot of sense of urgency on a 1-and-1 situation there.
One more for the senior from Fort Wayne. He got it. A couple of big free throws for a guy that's 86% from the foul line. Purdue 66, Miami 57. Still a ton of time remaining. 5:58 to go. Purdue fans rising to their feet. Miami the ball right to left. This building really starting to fill in nicely now. Iowa State and Kentucky fans are finding their way to their seats. Donaldson's trapped on the left block, gives to Renewed. Allen, top of the key. He wants to drive, lost it, stolen. Jakari Harris a steal. Ahead to Braden Smith. A run out, a right-handed layup for Braden Smith. Purdue leads 68-57. Jakari Harris, his 30th steal of the season.
What a great job, Fletcher Lawyer, cutting off the right seam. We know they like to attack that. Make Allen cross over. He loses the handle. Purdue's off to the races.
5:15 remaining, an 11-point lead for the Boilermakers. Donaldson stopped to the top of the key to give it to Allen, perimeter left. Further left wing, it goes into the corner to Renew. He's facing up Kaufman-Renn, attacking Kaufman-Renn. Shot clock at 2. Donaldson, a desperation 3. No good, but dunked in by Henderson as Purdue forgot to block out the most athletic player in the building.
Oh, Fletcher just yelled at his senior backcourt mate, Braden Smith. You got to get a body on Henderson. You know you're not going to probably get the rebound, Braden, but you got to just shield Henderson to the best of your ability. Granted, easier said than done sometimes.
Boy, what a big putback for the Hurricanes, who are really treading water. Lawyer, floater, fouled as he dove to the rim, shooting a floater. Number 7, guilty party. Shelton Henderson is who wears 7 for the Canes. His first foul.
Fletch is so crafty. That's what's made him such an elite scorer at the college level, even for someone who isn't the most athletic, isn't the quickest. Right there, he's got Henderson on his back, and he's able to maneuver his body in a way to keep Henderson from getting back in front as Fletcher makes the first free throw there. And then as he gets into his shooting motion, he just feels a little bit of contact from Henderson on that backside, and then he lunges forward, draws enough of that eye there of the official to get the call.
Purdue leading 69-59, now 70-59 with a Lawyer make. Fletcher has 22 points. It's the 6th time this year he's scored 20 or more in a game. 4:28 to go, and a foul. Jakari Harris got way too aggressive out front on Donaldson, and Matt Painter is really upset with Jakari because that's team foul number 7. And you just fouled a guy 40 feet from the bucket for no reason.
And with the clock in your favor right now, you want them having to use every second to try to score. Jakari trying to weak that ball screen there, trying to send it to the left side. We talked about how they like to go right, all these guys on the perimeter. Jakari was trying to do that, make them go left, but Donaldson just used a little hesitation dribble to throw Jakari off, and then Jakari bumped him.
1-and-1 for Donaldson, letting it fly, making it. 12 in a game for Donaldson. He averages 16 a game. He this year was second team All-ACC. Last year against Purdue, he scored 11 points in one game, 12 points in another, 13 in another. Playing for the Michigan Wolverines. And he makes the second foul shot here. 9-point Purdue lead with a ton of time left, 4:26. In the backcourt, Purdue turned it over. Braden Smith trying to throw the ball to Jakari Harris. It got knocked out of bounds, baseline left, and its last touch by Harris. Miami the ball with 4:20 remaining. Hurricanes hanging tough here. Purdue leading 70-61.
That's a huge turnover. Purdue's in such a good spot in the bonus with this lead if they can just take care of the rock.
Clough knocked the ball out of bounds on an inbound try. Yeah, can't turn it over, can't foul, which is what Purdue has done the last 2 trips here.
No doubt. At least the turnover wasn't one where it was a live ball and they can score right off of it.
Into Renew. He wants to drive on the left block. Got to the rim. Shot an air ball. Got his own rebound. Then had it stripped. Stolen by Jakari Harris. Another steal for Harris. Steal number 31 on the season. Steal number 2 in the last 2 minutes. Purdue up 9 with the ball. 4 minutes remaining. The winner of this one to play Texas in San Jose. Braden Smith, perimeter left to Kaufman-Wren. He's going to shoot a 14-foot floater and knock it in, as he's done his entire career. Purdue leads 72-61. Trey Kaufman-Wren, 19 points. Donaldson driving, left side Renew. He comes in from the left arc, shoots a wild shot, scores. He drove right through the chest of Oscar Clough. What a tough shot, Malik Renew.
That's a huge finish there, but he's actually struggled immensely finishing around the rim today, which has been surprising. On the previous possession, he missed a bunny. Right there, does finish through 2 guys there, Clough and Jakari Harris.
Purdue 72, Miami 63. 3:15 on the clock, 10 on the shot clock. Kaufman-Wren attacking Uday. Fall away, no good, left it short, rebounded by Miami. They have a 3-on-2. Donaldson to the diving layup, good. Driving in, Washington off a beautiful pass. Henderson, 7-point game, 2:58 to go. Purdue needs to keep playing in here and taking care of the ball, more importantly. Braden Smith over the timeline to Lawyer. Lobs it inside to Clough, catches on the right block, who was pushed from behind by Renew. As the ball was coming in, Renew is pushing in the back. Team foul number 9, which means this will be a 1-and-1 for Oscar Clough when we return to game action. Purdue 72, Miami 65 with 2:48 to play. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
Whether you're flying to cheer for the Boilermakers at a game or flying for business, there's a smarter way to travel. United Airlines now deports daily from Purdue University Airport to Chicago O'Hare, connecting you to over 200 destinations worldwide. Skip the drive and stress of departing from a large airport and fly LAF from the new Amelia Earhart Terminal in West Lafayette with easy parking and quick check-in. Fly local, fly LAF. Learn more at purdue.edu/airport.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline, it's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Purdue 72, Miami 65, 2:48 remaining in the game. At the foul line will be Purdue senior Oscar Clough with a 1-and-1 when we resume action. It was the 9th team foul on Miami. Purdue has committed 7 team fouls. More on that in a moment. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker Basketball from Learfield. In this game, Trey Kaufman-Wren has moved into 20th place all time in the history of Purdue scoring. Fletcher Lawyer has now gone over 1,800 career points. But all of that doesn't mean much to these seniors if they can't close out this game and get to the Sweet 16. I can promise you that. 1-1 for Oscar Clough as he steps to the line, foul line right. On the way, got it. Oscar Clough, 69% foul shooter. Makes it Purdue 73, Miami 65.
What a critical free throw there. Now Purdue in the double bonus the rest of the way. That's huge.
Second one, missed it off the right side of the rim. So Purdue goes 1 for 2. Rebound for Washington from Miami. They're going to try to go quickly, obviously, as we're down to 2:40 to go. Renew attacks the bucket, scores from the left side. Quick bucket on the dive in from Renew. Purdue against full court pressure with the ball in the hands of Braden Smith. They're going to try to double him. They do. Ahead, he throws it up the right sideline of Lawyer, who will then hand it back to Braden Smith in the front court. 2:20 to go in the game with 15 on the shot clock. Purdue just a 6-point lead, 73-67. Clough a catch at the top of the key. Will dribble hand off to Lawyer. Lawyer, skip pass, Braden Smith, 3 on the way, left wing, left it short, rebound loose on the floor. Trey Kaufman-Wren fought for it and called timeout. Trey Kaufman-Wren dove on the floor to save possession and then alertly called timeout to keep the ball in the hands of the Boilermakers. 19 will be on the shot clock for Purdue, 2:04 on the game clock. Purdue leading 73-67. Purdue will have the ball baseline right.
Well, Rob, we've been heaping the praises of Miami's offensive rebounding in this game because they have 12 of them compared to just 4 for Purdue. But how big was that offensive rebound there by Trey Kaufman-Wren? Now being able to take some more precious tick, 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 tick off this clock.
Purdue is down to 2 timeouts remaining. Miami with 1 timeout remaining. Both teams still have a challenge if they would choose to use it. The possession arrow favors Miami. Purdue inbounding baseline right, playing with Jakari Harris and Fletcher Lawyer. Trey Kaufman-Wren, Braden Smith, and Oscar Clough. Stay tuned for our First Merchants postgame show when this game goes final here tonight, fans, or today, I should say. Braden Smith, the trigger man here. Throws it way out high on the arc, and it's stolen. Stolen by Uday of Miami. That's a big turnover with less than 2 minutes remaining. Henderson dribbling on a right arc, kick it right corner, back to Henderson, right arc. 1:45 to go. Now Donaldson snake dribbles left elbow, kick in the right corner. Henderson drives in, lost the ball. Somehow Jakari Harris caught it. That ball bounced 20 feet in the air. I don't know why or how it happened, but I know Jakari Harris came away with the ball after out jumping everyone else on the floor. What is going on here? 90 seconds to go. Maybe I should know. I'm the play-by-play guy. Purdue leading 73-67. Braden Smith trapped on the left arc, dribbles out of trouble, gives to Kaufman-Wren, shot blocked, picked up by Donaldson of Miami. 1:10 remains in the game. Miami on the run, loose on the floor. Washington knocked away by Jakari Harris, picked up by Donaldson, inside to Uday. He missed a wild shot, still loose on the floor. Layup good, count it for Washington. Timeout Miami. What a sequence of events. Clock stops with 56 seconds to play. Purdue 73, Miami 69. Miami burning its final timeout here to set their defense.
I think they may be looking at the clock, too. I'm not sure if they actually granted a timeout to Miami or not. Of course, if they didn't and they're just looking at the clock, this works in Miami's favor because they don't have to use a timeout. You usually, as the offensive team in those scenarios, you want to be able to inbound the ball quickly before the press can get set up. That opportunity is now taken away by Purdue. Purdue has not made a field goal now in roughly the last 3 minutes. Miami's made 4 of their last 5. Looks like they did add a couple ticks back to the clock. 57.7 seconds now remaining. This is huge. Purdue cannot turn the basketball over. Got to be strong with it. Decisive cuts. Make yourself available. Meet your passes. Don't float away from the passes to allow guys to step in front. And then be strong with the ball. And let's see. So 57 seconds. Miami's probably going to foul, right? I wouldn't think they would allow 30 seconds to go off the clock when you're down 2 possessions. So then,
and by the way, Bob, you had a great point there. Because the clock stopped for a timing issue, Miami did not have to use their final timeout.
Yeah, and that means they can still challenge something. Lots of things still working in their favor with the way that played out.
Boy, that worked out beautifully.
Come on, clock operator.
Worked out beautifully for the Canes. They're going to double team Braden Smith. Purdue still got the ball to him, and then he was fouled by Donaldson. Fouled immediately by Donaldson after the ball went into the hands of Braden Smith. This is a 2-shot foul opportunity for Braden Smith, the 82% foul shooter. He's made 2 free throws earlier in the game. Braden has 8 points in the game to go with 8 assists and 2 rebounds.
The double bonus here is so crucial because the nervousness in a situation when it's 1-1 in this type of scenario versus 2 shots is so big.
Now Washington saying that Braden Smith has blood on his uniform.
Quit trying to.
And the official's looks at it closely and says, no, he doesn't. Let's play here. 1 bounce for Braden Smith. Free throw good. Oh, you know what? He does have something on the left shoulder. It's either blood or lipstick, but I don't know where he'd get the lipstick. Second foul shot. Good, Braden Smith. Purdue's up 75-69. Long way to go. 55 seconds remaining. Fans are on their feet in this building here. Donaldson drives in left block, shoots a wild shot, no good. Rebounded Uday. Now a chance for a reload here. 3 coming from the right arc for Miami. Short rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn. He gives to Braden Smith, and they foul Braden Smith with 37.7 remaining. We walk to the other end for free throws.
Oh boy, Purdue gives up the first offensive rebound to Uday. But Miami scrambling a 3 really is what would have been super beneficial for them in that moment to cut it down to 1 possession. Washington gets a look, but it was well contested there without fouling by Jakari Harris. And thankfully the shot misses short. Kaufman-Renn swoops in, and then nice that Kaufman-Renn able to get that ball to a better free throw shooter, Braden Smith, who makes the first free throw before he got fouled.
Yeah, you saw Trey. His eyes were as big as saucers. He's like, I need to pass this to someone not named Trey Kaufman-Renn. And he got it to his senior running mate, Braden Smith. Purdue's senior class trying to win its 116th game. That would tie them with Caleb First for the most wins in Purdue history. Both free throws good, 77-69. Donaldson with the ball for Miami. We're down to 30 seconds to go. Allen's going to shoot a 3. No, he's going to give it to Donaldson for a 3. He missed terribly. Rebounded Jakari Harris. And I don't think Miami's going to foul. Are they going to foul? They better hurry if they are. We're down to 20 seconds to go in the game. Fletcher Lawyer's holding the ball. Miami looks panicked. Now they fall a foul with 12.8 remaining. Fletcher Lawyer to the line, and the Purdue fans can finally exhale and book a ticket for San Jose.
California, here we come. The Purdue Boilermakers and this senior class willing Purdue into the Sweet 16.
2 free throws for Fletcher Lawyer. Good because, of course, it's good. 23 points for Fletcher Lawyer. 19 for Trey Kaufman-Renn. 12 points, 8 assists. Braden Smith, second foul shot, good. Lawyer. Purdue leads 79-69, 12 seconds remaining. Donaldson over the timeline, right to left, all the way to the rim. Oscar Clough gets the heck out of the way. Rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn. Bobby Riddell, do you know the way to San Jose? Purdue wins 79-69.
Well, what an effort by the Boilermakers in the second half. Trailing by 2. At the halftime locker room situation, and they come out in the second half and we're just big time coming through with big moments. They dealt with the C.J. Cox uncertainty. He has to leave the game. That's a scary moment. Thankfully, it appears C.J. Cox is going to be fine moving forward. Didn't re-enter the game, but because Jakari Harris was giving solid contributions, Purdue's able to prevail without him, and looking good as we move into the Sweet 16.
Purdue picks up his 29th win of the season, moving to 29-8. But more importantly, Purdue stays alive in the NCAA tournament and advances to the round of 16. Let's visit with assistant coach Terry Johnson. His post-game comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union of Purdue Athletics. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. Hey, Coach Johnson, we had them all the way, huh, baby?
Hey, you know, it's the NCAA tournament time. There's no easy game. If they're in this tournament, they're a good team. We just got to execute how we want to do it. We want to make sure we win the possession game. Less turnovers and more rebounds.
Well, didn't really work out. It did not work out that way. But I would say this, and Bob and I talked about this early in the second half when it really, really felt like Miami was crushing you on the offensive glass, and that was what was keeping them in the game, as you well know. It felt like at about the 13-minute mark or so, you at least had more of a concerted effort to slow down the offensive rebound. You didn't stop.